Good Friday morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where all morning long we are celebrating Carnival, kicking things off with Chutney. Now, we couldn't possibly speak about the competition itself without checking in with Mr. George Singh, the CEO of Southex Event Management, the company responsible for this year's event. So, Mr. Singh, good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Very good morning. Very good morning.
And
thank you for having me this morning.
Well, it's the least that we can do, because every little bit of taste of little things that make Carnival what it is, we want to be a part of it. And the Chutney Soca Monarch continues to be one of those staples in the season, even when it had to be switched virtually. So jumping right into the conversation, last year we survived the pandemic through the competition as well. But
Really?
This year, we are in another year of virtual event. Tell me how this 2022 version of the Chutney Soca Monarch is going to go.
So let me just rewind to 2021 a little bit and talk a little bit about 2021 before we go into 2022, so people can have an idea of how we've arrived at where we are. So people would remember around September in 2020, Dr. Rowley actually announced that there would be no carnival in 2021. So 2021 is very different from 2022, because in 2021 we had absolutely no carnival. Even though we jumped out in front and said we were doing Chutney Soca Monarch, and we were able to do it in a very successful way. And actually, I think it created opportunities for us to explore other ways of doing events, right? Which is the virtual and online way. Of course, we were able to reach a much larger audience in 2021, reaching almost 4 million people in under 30 days. So it was, I consider it to be a big success. 2022 is a little bit different because here we have now Carnival in a mini format, as you put it rightly. It's a taste of, well, they're referring to it as a taste of Carnival. Chutney Soca Monarch has been part of the Carnival picture since 1996, and it has really become a major event in Carnival. It's now considered one of the biggest events and one of the most important events in Carnival. So we're still in a pandemic, right? We're still in an environment that is restricted in many ways. So we had to find ways. We've always had to be innovative to find ways of how can we achieve what we want to achieve within the realm of what we're existing in, you know? So we came up with actually we had our semifinal last night. Right? And those video we created, we did a semifinal in a sterile environment. No audience, of course, just the judges, the artists, and we had 32 people appear at the semifinal. Nisha Ramsuk was one of them, actually. She's our reigning queen of Chutney Soca. And those semifinalists, what we did is we recorded 32, I have to say 32 kind of music videos, which are being released on Tuesday, the 1st of February, across social media. So that's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, of course. And those videos will be people. So there are three parts of the criteria that we're looking for this year. Judges, which were there at the semifinal last night, make up 60% of the judging. Text voting, TSET is involved in our event. Text voting makes up a part of the criteria, which is 30%. And then we have 10%, which will be judged based on the number of views that people get for these videos that are being released next week. I know that these 32 videos are also going to be circulated heavily on TTT. TTT, our official station for Chutney Soca Monarch. Thank you, TTT, for being part of Chutney Soca Monarch. Right, so we're happy about that. So that was the format for the semi-final. Of course, there is the taste of Carnival in 2022, which is different from 2021, of course, right? And Chutney Soca Monarch is definitely one of the events that will be happening on Carnival Saturday, which is the 26th of February, I believe, and it's happening at Naprima Bowl, which is one of the safe zone events. The safe zone venues, sorry. And so that's going to be happening. We will have a limited audience. We will be guided by all the health protocols, of course, guided by the Ministry of Culture, the NCC, which actually Chutney Soca Monarch falls kind of under the NCC for the last few years. So we're looking forward to that. I think it's going to be an exciting season. We have a good crop of songs out there and good crop of artists. I think everyone is very hyped about the competition. We had a great night last night, and we drive into the final now.
I love it. Now, hats off to all the artists for putting out their best performances last night and then coming here early this morning, bringing their A game as well. Because
actually,
as
I was surprised when I saw Nisha. I was surprised when I saw Nisha performing. I was like, wow, that's great.
That's the commitment. It's for the culture, man. And after all, we are looking at a competition where we don't just have artists from Trinidad or Tobago entering only. We've had entrants and some qualifying out of the US and usually a few from Guyana. I understand we have no qualifiers this year from Guyana, but we still have international representation. So they better come. We are looking forward to it too. Now, tell me something.
Chutney Soca Monarch has always had international representation, but we were able to engage people in a different way in 2021, especially through the online environment, where we engaged Guyana, USA, and Canada in a very different way. And it was quite a success. So this year we did it again. We have qualifiers from New York. We have about 3 people from New York, and we have 1 person from Canada.
Right.
So it is an international show. And of course, the rest of them from Trinidad and Tobago.
Makes sense. Now, tell me a little bit about the actual prizes then, because the title itself is probably enough for a lot of people, but there is a lot to be won. So tell me what prizes are at stake.
Right. So usually over the years, the government has paid the prize money. So whatever money we get from the ministry usually is divided up among the artists. In 2021, when there was no carnival, there was a small donation that came from the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, and that money was divided up among the artists. As of now, I can't tell you exactly what the prize money will be for the 2022 show, but I know that the support is there from the ministry, the support is there from NCC, and I know that we will have some level of prize money, and that, I have to tell you, is another way of these artists showing their commitment. You know, when I have meetings with them, and we have Zoom meetings with them, and I explain to them, listen, I can't tell you what the prize money is,
right,
but Chutney Soca Monarch is Chutney Soca Monarch, and you know, I want you all to come out and support it. And they come out and they support it, and that is commitment. That is commitment more than anything else. The fact that they're in this competition, we've said to them that we're not sure what the prize money is. We know that there'll be prize money. We're not sure what it is, but they know that I'm batting for them in their corner, and that's the important.
Absolutely. And we see and hear, we feel that passion this morning here on our morning show, as we're going to have 6 of the 27, is it? 32. My numbers. Who will be taking the stage.
I hope they all come.
Well, virtually at least, because we are taking in lyrics, energy, and performance. But could you give me a little insight as to what are some of the criteria again? Because you did say this time around, views are going to be a big part of how competitors are judged. I know that you personally have a goal of 1 million views for the entire competition. So tell me the criteria that they're looking at for these performances. Maybe I could throw in my hat a little bit next year.
Okay, so we're not looking for just 1 million views for the competition, actually. That 1 million views that I may have spoke about that you would have seen somewhere is the 1 million views over the period of 1 week, right? For the semi-final videos, right, which is coming out on Tuesday, and it'll be available it'll be available online, but we're hoping to get as much as 1 million views on those videos, and I think we'll actually get much more than that. In terms of the criteria, now I do not have the criteria in front of me, you'll have to forgive me. We have singing, impact, presentation, originality, that type of thing, the usual things that make up a competition. I'm sorry, I don't have the criteria in front of me. What I want to tell you though is when we get to the final, number of views will not be part of the judging. It'll be a 70-30 split between judges, which will be judging the competition. We'll have a panel of 8 people judging the competition, and 30% will be done through text voting. And the text voting that's done is all mobile devices in Trinidad, mobile devices and all other devices. Together with, we have an option for international voters to participate in the event as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's how technology is working for us. A beautiful example of how we can navigate through this pandemic.
Definitely, definitely. I think, you know, people have to be innovative. They have to be creative. You know, there's been a lot of criticism of what the government has been doing with this Taste of Carnival, but I have to say hats off to them. and thank them really for taking that step and recognizing that the creative element and the cultural fraternity needed this more than anything else. You know, the people involved in culture and events and artists in particular have been really down and depressed over the last 2 years because their industry has been literally shut down. So doing something like this Taste of Carnival, I think, is an amazing idea. It's a wonderful opportunity for people to create stuff that's different. You know, a lot of promoters are probably upset that they can't do fetes, right? But come on, I mean, if you can do an event, a concert style event, and give people all over the world, and you're reaching the world, and if you can give people a taste of Trinidad and Tobago's carnival and Trinidad and Tobago's culture, that's what it is about in 2022, and that's what we're doing. And of course, we're going to work to hopefully, I'll quote from one of my good friends, the mother of all carnivals in 2023.
I love the energy. Well, on that note, Mr. Singh, let me say thank you very much for not just joining us this morning, but continuing to create these sorts of events and opportunities for our artists and fans alike to enjoy and partake in our culture. We are looking forward to February 26th, when that semi-final will continue to show us the best of the best in the International Chutney Soca Monarch for 2022. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. And I just want your viewers to know that the grand final of Chutney Soca Monarch will be live on TTT. Right. We love you all. Thank you so much.
Stay tuned for some of those performances and more after we return from the break here on the Now Morning Show. We'll be back.